Yeah, hi, good morning all. Am I audible? Can anyone please
Yeah, Vira,
confirm?
good morning.
Good morning, Vira. You're audible.
Okay, so I have shared the Git test paper. So can you please submit the test series if you are having any questions on this, so that I will explain the respective question if you are having any doubts. So if you don't have any doubts, so we'll start Terraform from today. So the for Terraform, to understand the Terraform, the prerequisite of Terraform is AWS knowledge, AWS manage, AWS console knowledge. So we have already seen the CLI process. So today we are going to discuss the infrastructure as a code, that is Terraform. So we have a number of tools like to develop a infrastructure like AWS or Azure or GCP. But the Terraform is a third-party tool actually. So Terraform is a third-party tool which it will support all clouds. Like by using Terraform, we can develop a Azure infrastructure, AWS infrastructure, and GCP also. And at the same time, and native clouds, AWS, Azure, GCP also. So in there and also there is a infrastructure as a tool. For example, AWS Cloud Formation tool is there. Infrastructure as a tool for AWS. Same Azure resource templates. That is Azure cloud infrastructure as a code. Same like GCP also. But Terraform is not related to any cloud like AWS or Azure and GCP. Terraform is a third-party tool. So by using Terraform, we can create or manage infrastructure by using Terraform. Okay. So let me share my screen first. Okay. So my screen is visible, yes? Anyone please respond?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vira.
visible.
Yeah. So Terraform is very important tool for DevOps engineers, especially compared to all tools after Kubernetes and Docker. Terraform is very, very important tool. Definitely, we will get interview questions on Terraform. So we need to understand here. Yeah. Yeah. So Terraform is a infrastructure as a code. Infrastructure as code. So infrastructure as a code means in the form of code, we are going to develop the AWS or Azure or GCP infrastructure. Okay, Terraform is infrastructure as a code. So this is open source. Open source tool. Okay, open source third-party tool. It's a free of cost. Open source third-party tool. Okay, so it will support AWS, Azure, GCP as well. Okay, Azure, GCP as well. Okay, so Terraform developed by Go language. Okay, Go language. Okay, Terraform supports HCL language. HCL means HashiCorp. Here, HashiCorp is a HashiCorp Terraform developed by HashiCorp actually. So that's what Terraform supports. The language is HCL language. It looks like AML only. Okay. So now, first we need to understand how the Terraform will work. Okay. So here, Terraform registry is there. So we have a Terraform registry here. So in this Terraform registry, okay, in this Terraform registry, it will support, it will support all kind of clouds in the Terraform registry. So we can see here AWS and Azure and GCP. Let me write here AWS, Azure, GCP. Okay, AWS, Azure, GCP. So here, so while writing the code of Terraform, so we need to mention which cloud it is. So means that is called provider block. So we have a different blocks in Terraform. So those blocks are one important is provider block, where we can mention cloud details. So provider block means we have to update here provider details. Okay. So need to be update cloud details. And next one is resource block. Here, so resource block. So here we have to define resource details. I mean, what we are going to create or EC2 or whatever. Here we have to define resource details like EC2, S3. So example, you can EC2, S3, whatever, etc. IAM. These are resource details. And variables. So variables block. In this variables block, so we have to define values, to resource block from variable block. I mean, instead of hard coding the values, we have to create a variable block. From this variable block, we have to insert the values to your main resource block. and output block. So output block, so we can print the values. We can print the required any values. So print the values is nothing but what kind of output values we can print. So output block is nothing but we can print the values. Like for example, if it is a EC2 instance, we can print the EC2 instance output value. So we can print the S3 bucket value. We can print the AM user value. So no need to log in your AWS console to check the after creating a EC2 instance, what is my public IP. So if you are having a key while creating instance, you are already having a key, right? With that key, so the Terraform will give the output value like a public IP. We can connect from external, no need to log in AWS console. In this case, output block will be useful here. And next is Terraform.tfs. By using this block, we can insert the values to variable block. So I will show you practical for this Terraform.tfs. You will get a better clarity. So by using Terraform.tfs, we can insert the values to variable.block. So variable will insert the values to main.tf. So if I show any practical only, we'll get a better clarity on this. So min will try to understand here. So these are the main blocks. These are the main blocks for Terraform code. So we have to write resource block, provider block, variable block, output block, Terraform.tfs. So here, and the important commands for the Terraform. So we have a Terraform init. We have a Terraform init to initialize the process. To initialize the process and download the plugins from remote Terraform registry to project repository. And next, Terraform plan. I will explain, wait for this. Terraform plan. So Terraform plan, we can execute the plan so here we can see what resources we are going to create. What resources are going to create from this plan in cloud. And next, Terraform apply. Main these commands, 3 commands, guys. Terraform apply means so we can create actual resources. I mean, it will execute. So it will execute the configuration file. And create a resources in cloud. Okay. So these 3 commands usually we can work. So I will explain one by one now. Okay. The first one is Terraform init. Terraform init is nothing but. So now in your local laptop, if you're writing a code, this is your local laptop. You are writing a code. The code means infrastructure as a code to create a infrastructure. So the infrastructure is nothing but here AWS infrastructure. For example, if I write a EC2 creation block, whenever you can execute the Terraform init, so the local configuration file, the configuration file, your configuration file is to create EC2 instance, right? This configuration file inside, we will write a code to create EC2 instance. So when you run the Terraform init, so in this configuration file, we have a provider block, right? This provider block, we have to specify here which cloud plugins required. In this provider block, we have to specify, update the cloud details, right? So this instance, I'm going to create AWS instance. In this, based on the providers block, when Terraform init, if you run, the request will go to Terraform registry and download the AWS plugins here. So now in this configuration file, I'm writing EC2 to create a, I'm writing EC2 code to create EC2 instance, right? So whenever you write a code to create EC2 instance, before the request will go to AWS console, and before that, the request will go to here, the plugins. When you run the Terraform init, the required plugins will be installed. After that, only your configuration file is able to communicate your AWS cloud. Okay. So when you run the Terraform plan, so we can see what resources you are going to create. What resources are you are going to create by using configuration file. We can see here, okay, I'm going to create EC2 instance. These are the arguments. We can understand here. If you give the apply command, the request will be executed and EC2 will be created here. Like that. So this is a process actually how it will work. So provider block, we have to define the AWS cloud details. And once you run the Terraform it will download the plugins. And then your cloud is, your configuration file is able to create a AWS EC2, S3IM, whatever resources blocks you have mentioned in your configuration file. And here, very important thing is prerequisites. AWS CLI. So we have to be install AWS CLI in your local. So then only you are able to communicate, you are able to create a resources from the command line interface, like a CLI. We have executed CLI commands from the local, right? So once we configure the keys, access key, secret key, only we are able to execute. So by configuring AWS CLI, we have to configure keys into your local. So these keys, user keys are root keys. Root keys means any service I can create by using configuration file inside AWS. User key means whatever permissions are there for user, the root is given, the user is going to create only those resources only by configuring these keys. So we can configure the keys, root keys or user keys. So you already, I hope you already configured the keys while CLI practice. So no need to do any change. And here the required tool is VS Code. We are using VS Code to practice the Terraform. Okay. Once you create a VS Code, download a VS Code, download a VS Code. Instead also we can configure the keys. Or if you already configure the keys, no need to configure again. Otherwise we need to configure. Okay. And before that, we need to install Terraform. Terraform install process. So three things here: Terraform install, AWS CLI install, and VS Code install. We have to take care of these three R for the prerequisites. So here, I'm going to show you how to download Terraform. Very simple. So go to download here, Terraform. Download for Windows. So here, simply you can click on here, install Terraform. So yeah, if you're a Windows holder, you can click on this. If you're a Linux, you can run. So if you're a Mac, also the process is there. So Mac is you need to run these two commands in the terminal. Okay. Linux, you need to run these commands. Okay. So let me download my end Windows. So my download one more time here. The reason we have to env variables for Terraform to work here.
Excuse me, Veera.
So it is in zip format, guys. So we have and check the path and we have to configure.
Veera?
Yes.
Veera, there is some lag in your video and voice. It's getting stuck.
Is it?
Yes.
Now?
Yeah, now also it's there is some
Fine.
disturbance.
Okay. Now is it fine now?
It's better with the voice, Veera, but the video got stuck.
Video struck. Let me stop the screen and again. Okay, now it's fine.
Yeah, yes, Veera.
Okay, so once you download the Terraform, so we can go to the downloads. So we have to extract it. So you have downloaded zip format, right? So now click on this and take the path. Copy as a path. After that, go to search. Give env. Here, click on edit environmental variables for your account. Okay. And next, click on the path.
Veera,
Next.
same issue. Veera, your screen is not. It was struck.
So the issue is for everyone same.
Yes, Veera.
Yes, Veera. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So my internet. So screen is stuck, right? You're saying that? Or voice?
Yes, Veera. Screen, only screen.
So what about now?
For few seconds it is good, Veera, but when you are switching between one tab to another tab, or if you're doing some action, it is getting lagged.
Okay. Let me try one more time. So if the issue is same, do let me know. So my internet is also good. Anyway, just try to understand. Okay, copy as a path. So Terraform path and go to search. Env here. Edit environmental variables for your account. So here we have to select path and click on new, click on edit and add new. Give your path here. That's it. So you have to give till here. It's fine. If you can give, just okay. One more time I will show you. So take the path here. And click on the search, edit environmental variables, or you can search env and control panel. So click on the path and go to edit and click on new, paste it. So Terraform.exe is not required. You can path till here only. And again, my end already done. That's what I'm not doing here. So your end, click OK. That's it. So one more time, I'm saying that env variables is not system variables. Env, see this one, account variables, not this one, this one.
Veera, your screen was stuck again, Veera. It is in the search bar only.
Okay. Okay, I'll do one thing. Just give me 5 minutes. I'll switch to other Wi-Fi. Maybe. Just give me, guys, a few minutes of time.
Okay, Veera.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, so is it okay now? I'm sharing my screen. Can anyone please confirm?
Yeah, now it's good.
Is it okay? Okay. Okay. I will show the process here, the Terraform download. So from here, you have to take a path. Okay. After click here, you can take a path. So downloads Terraform 1.9.3 and something, and go to env variables for the control panel and click on the path and edit, and now new and control V. So terraform.exe is not required. Till here is fine. After that, okay. So my end, if you can see, already updated. So your end, after paste, click OK. And after that, open your command prompt. So here you can check Terraform --- version. So if in your end you are unable to see, you just restart your mission. So after that, it will update. So this is the Terraform installation process. Any doubts to install Terraform, so that I will show you one more time if required. Otherwise, I will go for VS Code installation first configuration file. I will show you to write. Is it fine?
Yeah, it's clear, Veera.
It's clear, right? Cool. So next, VS Code I'm downloading here. VS Code download. So download Visual Studio Code. VS means Visual Studio Code. So here again, same process. If you're a Mac users, you can click on this. Linux, you can click on this. Windows, you can click on this. So my end already downloaded. This is very simple process. Click and open only. Visual Studio Code, VS Code. So once you download the VS Code, open the VS Code in the search bar like this. Okay. And here, before that, you can create a path of VS Code here. For example, I'm creating a directory here, Terraform series. So you can give anywhere, no problem. Terraform series. And I will open this Terraform series in the VS Code. So here, once you open the VS Code in your end, go to Files, click on the Open folder and navigate your created directory here. So I have created directories Terraform series. Where it is, let me check here my end. So this one. Select the folder. So you are in Terraform series now, directory. And very important thing is we have to install extensions. The extensions are related to Terraform so that our work is very easy. So click on the extensions. So here you have to give HashiCorp. HashiCorp. You can give here. We can get some suggestions. Yeah. See HashiCorp here. These three. Okay. See. So we have to install these three. If you click on this, my end is already installed. Your end, you can click on the install. My end is uninstalled, showing means already installed. So HashiCorp HCL, HashiCorp Terraform, HashiCorp Sentinel. These three need to be installed here. Okay. Just type HASHI only. After that, we can see these 3 suggestions so that we can easily do our work. So let's go now. So I'm in my Terraform directory series. So as we discuss, we have to start the work configurations file. So we have a providers block. As we discuss, we have a resource block, we have a variables block, we have an output block and Terraform.tf first. So today we will discuss just provider block and resource block. So that variable block also we can see if the time is there. So here I'm going to create a folder inside the project. So there is a terminal here. So in this terminal directly you can open git bash. Better we can push the code also after complete this task. I mean day 1, day 2, whatever. So here I'm going to create a directory day 1 like this. See, day 1 is created directory. Inside you can create a files. Click on this. The first one is provider block. So in Terraform files, you need to be give .tf. Extension should be .tf. So provider.tf is there, right? So if you want to write any script, any code for to create any infrastructure, EC2, VPC, S3, IAM, whatever it is. So in that folder, we have to create a provider block. In this provider block only, so the plugin details, I mean, the cloud provider details we have to mention here. So provider block contains provider details, right? So you have to write a provider. Which provider? I'm working with AWS. Okay, fine. That's it. So no need to mention here. But see, in this, you are mentioning AWS only. But which AWS account it will be call and create instance that will take from your .aws. You are already configure access key, secret key, and region. So by default, system can take those credentials and it will create the resources in your AWS account. No need to mention your access. So we have already configured, right? Access key, secret key. Go to C and users here. So .aws, if you can see, credentials are nothing but access key, secret key. Okay, here we have a my so many access key, secret keys are there. So default will take automatically. So and config, which region it is. So mine, I think Mumbai. For few are Mumbai, few are different. Here the configurations will update once you run the AWS configure command. Already we have ran this AWS configure command. We already ran right for CLA practice.
Veera,
So in your end, yeah,
your screen again got stuck here. It's in VS Code.
VS Code.
It's in the provider.tf file only, Veera. There is nothing changed in that.
Okay, so okay, I will write something one more file. Are you able to see?
No, Veera, it's the same. It got stuck in that thing.
You're not able to see main.tf I have written already.
No, Veera, now it is in downloads folder.
I think my Wi-Fi issue is there, so I have connected to my mobile net. Let me share again. Now,
No,
are
Veera,
you
it's a
able to see
blank
main?
screen.
No,
Not
it's
able to
blank.
see the screen.
Blank.
Okay, let me change. Okay. So what about now?
It is stuck in that you.
Okay, I have changed my network again. I think. Same issue, no?
Now it's fine, Vira.
That's fine, thanks. Okay, finally. So here the provider block is there, right? Provider block, we have to mention provider and AWS. If it is Azure, Azure. If it is a GCP, GCP. So provider block is nothing but we have to define our cloud provider details. Okay. And main.tf is nothing but resource block. We already discussed, right? Resource block is nothing but we have to define our resources. For example, if I want to create a EC2 instance, I need to define my EC2 related information. So first we need to understand provider block means AWS only have updated right here. But how my Terraform will create in your account or a different account? So the account details means this is a CLI process. I mean command process, command line interface process. So definitely we have to configure access key, secret key. So we have already configured access key, secret key for CLI process in the last classes. So if you're at to do it, if you're at to configure, so you can configure first AWS configure command. So here you have to give like this also. AWS configure. Here also you can give. So it will ask access key, secret key, and region and JSON output, right? So that access key, secret key, you can take from root account or user account. So better take from root account since we can create any resources. If it is a user access key, secret key, whatever permissions are having user given by root, only those resources only you can create. For example, my root is given S3 access for my user and the root is generated a credentials for user access key secret key. So your user is able to create S3 only. If you try to create a EC2 instance, so there is no permission, right? We will get an error. That's what. So here the configuration credentials and all will take from .aws. Even region also. No need to specify here. For example, if you want to create a different region, here you can specify your region. So it will not take from default. And access key secret key, we are not supposed to mention here. It will take from local. And next, main block. So main block means resource block, right? Resource block start from resource. And here I'm going to create AWS instance, right? Whatever you are going to create a resource block means creation of resources. S3 means resource block, EC2 resource block, like that. So if you are going to create any resource in AWS, first you have to write AWS and underscore, give here instance. That's it. And name, I will tell you later what is this name. This is local name, not instance name. So here we have to start your arguments. The first one is what? AMI is required, right? Okay. And next, AMI means we have to give my AMI here. So let's go to AWS console and take the AMI details. So this is very important step. The AMI you have to configure, which AMI is region specific. If you configure in the .aws is AP South 1 for access key, secret key configuration time. If you configure AMI is Mumbai region, you have to take Mumbai region AMI only. Otherwise, it will throw an error. AMI is not found. So my configurations, I have done AP South 1 only. That's what I'm taking here. AP South 1 AMI ID. So by using Terraform, we can create everything in the dynamic way. I will show you in the coming classes. This is for just understand purpose only. We can. Let's go to instance. We can go for AMIs, Here also AMI catalog you can go. Otherwise, click on the launch instance. We'll see here the AMI details here. So Amazon Linux means you can take from here. Or you can take from here. Let me go to AMI catalogs. So Amazon Linux, you can take Amazon Linux AMI ID here. Like this. Copy. Sorry, this is verified providers. Anyway, free tier we have to go. Let's go to launch instance. It's not coming here. Okay, anyway, no problem. I'm taking from here. Let's go to existing one. AMI ID. So here you have to define AMI ID. It should be in the under quotes only. And next one you can give instance type, right? These are arguments, required arguments. We have already discussed in the manual process, whatever required here, right? So instance type, you can give T2 micro, T2 dot micro. And next, you can give key name.
Veera, I have doubt.
Yeah.
If I want to create multiple, like 2-3 instances at the same time,
Yeah.
I can use same AMI ID, or I have to choose different AMI IDs.
AMI ID is same for all instances in the Mumbai region for free tier.
Okay.
I mean, it will not change. It will be unique. I mean, region to region is a unique, not instance to instance. If you create one more instance in different region, definitely you have to change the AMI ID.
Okay, Veera.
Yeah. So now key pairs. So this is just first class, it's very high level. We can dynamic the process. See here, I'm copying the keys, copying the AMI ID, but no need to take like this. We can directly call from the code itself also, but I will show you, but this is very first class. If I show, may you confuse. So first we have to understand the folder structure and what is resource block and all, then we can go little depth. So guys, if I give AMI and instance type and key name, and if I give these three also fine to create EC2 instance. So subnet and security groups and EBS volume, everything it will take by default automatically. In the day one class, we already discussed, right? If I want to create an instance, see launch instance. So no need to give you VPC subnet details. Automatically system will take care. See, I'm giving the name here, for example, test, and I'm selecting the AMI, and I'm giving the here instance type and key name. So that's it. No need to define remaining steps. It will take automatically default one. If you create means your instance will be created. Same here also I'm doing like that only. If I specify only three arguments, one is AMI, second is instance type, three is key name. Okay. And remaining system can understand it will take from default one. Okay. Now till here fine. So what I'm going to do now? Yeah, we can run the Terraform. So the commands we discussed, right? Already Terraform init. See Terraform. Whenever I run the Terraform init here, sorry, I need to go day one here. This is very important. So ls, now here main.tf provider.tf here. So now you can give up arrow also directly Terraform init. See, initializing the provider plugins. Provider plugins means AWS plugins. Why? to run resource AWS underscore instance and AMS system has to understand, right? To understand, we need some plugins, AWS plugins. That will Terraform is going to give in the .terraform form. So if you can see this architecture, whenever you run the Terraform init, the request first go to Terraform registry and download AWS plugins into your working directory. Working directory is what? Day one. Day one configuration file inside now AWS plugins are installed. Now I'm able to create, I'm able to create a resources inside my AWS. Okay. Now Terraform plan. So Terraform plan means it's a template, what you are going to execute here. See, plan one to add. If you can see the execution plan here, what you are going to execute, the Terraform will show you here. Okay, this is the AMI ID you have given. This is the instance type. This is the public key. If you run means one instance is going to be create, one to add plus one to create. So now if I give Terraform apply, it will ask confirm, reconfirm, yes. So whenever you can give the apply, one instance is going to create in Mumbai region. Why Mumbai region? I have configured access key, secret key, and region is Mumbai. That's what by default system is taking provider.tf only AWS, and here region access key will take from .aws. So now if you can go, refresh, see one instance is going to create, already created now, initializing process. So in manual process also, we can create multiple instances by giving the count operations. See, for example, if you want to create a one new instance, so in the right corner, we have a count. Okay, we can create a multiple instances also. Same, if I update count in my Terraform code also, I can create a multiples. I can create a multiple instances. Let's go and check now. See, immediately one resource is added, 0 changed, 0 destroyed. Means one resource added. So one instance is to be created. So if you want to destroy, Terraform destroy. If you give destroy command, the instance is going to be deleted. Yes. Destroying one instance. Destroyed. Now go and check. Refresh here, terminated. So like this, we can do it. Any resource you can create. Okay, AWS IAM, S3, everything we can do it. So any questions on this? So this is just sample file. So that today we have to understand, okay, we have a main.tf, we have a provider.tf. So we have to install Terraform, we have to install VS Code, we have to configure access key, secret key. So just for understanding purpose is very high level, and tomorrow we can go little depth. So what is state file, we can understand. And what is .tf, Terraform, everything we can understand here. The tomorrow class. And so today also I'm going to write one more block, that is variable block. Variables.tf. Yes.
Like while creating, we have given only AMI instant type and key only, right? We didn't provide like which one we want to create, whether AWS, Linux, or Ubuntu, or like we didn't specify anything, right?
No, if I give AMI ID means this is Amazon Linux.
Okay, what is for Ubuntu? Like If I want to
Ubuntu,
create
just we
Ubuntu.
have to go here, launch instances. No? The ID is different, right? Ubuntu. So the Ubuntu ID is different. See, AMI ID, this is the AMI ID for Amazon Linux. If Ubuntu, ID will different, 082. Mac, different ID. So based on the ID only, we are going to say. ID,
Okay.
Amazon, I
Yeah.
mean, this ID is not same for all Linux distributions, it's different. And even this ID will change different region also, even Amazon Linux. If I go to North Virginia, and the coming classes, we can call AMID directly instead of hard coding. Here we are taking the AMID, right? But we can call directly. So now Amazon Linux ID is different, 0427, different region.
Yeah. Okay, Vera. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, variables means what, guys? Instead of hard coding here, we can write a variable. For example, AMID is there, right? Instead of hard coding, I can call variables. So simply you can come here. Variables means start from variable only. So here I'm going to write a variable. The variable name you can define. Any name you can define. So I'm giving just AMI only. So in the variable instead we have to define. So the first is important is description. The description is nothing but what, just for understanding only. So I'm going to pass the values. Pass the values to main.tf. Like that we can, anything we can specify here. And here type. So type equal to string. AMI comes under string. I mean, we know, right? String and data types, flow, I mean, integer and float and something. It will come under it. No need to specify, but some cases type is mandatory, but better to give always. And here important is default. Default means here we need to give the value. So my main.tf is right. Take this value from here and give into my variables. Like this. And this variable you can call in main.tf. How to call? Simply you can remove this. Write var dot AMI. So this AMI I'm giving in the AMI name. If you change the name, for example, AMI name, something if you can give like this. Here also you have to change AMI name like this. I mean, instead of hard coding the AMI ID, we can hard code into variables. The default means default value. So this value will come here. This is the meaning. But we are not supposed to put here quotes. If you put a quotes, system can understand as this is a value. Var.ami name is the value. So we'll throw an error. This is not a value, right? This is variable. Value is here. Like that, we can write one more variable. This is for just AMI ID, right? I can write one more variable block for different one. Sorry. So I'm going to write one more variable for different one. I mean, instance type. Control V. So here you can give any name, no problem. Here name is our wish. Type you can give just our instance type you can give. And description, pass the values to main dot. Whatever you can give, the description is optional. So type equal to string, default equal to t2.micro. And same thing, you can create one more variable. Key name. So my key name is public. Default name is default value public. So here instead of hard coding, simply I can call var dot. My value is there in the variable, right? Var dot. Automatically here value will be pop up. Instance type is instance type I have given. And the key name is var dot key name. So automatically values will pick. Or you can go and check the variable name is what? Key name, copy or instance type copy and give here var dot instance type like this. Okay, this is the variable block. This is the main block. This is the provider block. So these three are important. And tomorrow class, I will show you how to how to print the output of EC2 instance and Terraform the TFS also. So clear here? Any questions?
Veera, I have one question.
Yeah.
In main.tf1, in provided block, the order should be same or we can change any order we can follow. Like first
Here?
AMA. Yeah.
No,
There.
you can give any order, no problem. Any order you can give, no problem.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So this is very, very important tool for DevOps and cloud engineers. 100%, in interviews, if you can categorize the weightage of the questions, the 40% or 30% questions comes on only Terraform. The Kubernetes and Docker 40%, 30%, Terraform is 30%, and cloud is 20%, and remaining are 10%, like Ansible and all. So if you're clear, so that any questions, just do the practice for today. If you're having any questions tomorrow, we can discuss in detail. Just for understanding what is blocks, what are the commands we have in, just understand and run the commands. Clear, guys? Any questions?
Clear, Veera.
Okay, so then in that case, I'm going to wind up this call and I will share the content to you. So thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Thank you, Veera.
Thanks.
Yeah.